Hey, Oakland A's news information update. First of all, I was informed today by a very well placed source that the Athletics are going to announce their choice for the location of the new Oakland A's baseball stadium in Oakland at the end of this calendar year 2017. I was also told that athletics management has, and I quote, regular meetings, unquote, with Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf. When I reach Mayor Schaaf via text with the questions, first of all, are you meeting regularly with the athletics, and do you still favor the Howard Terminal location? Her direct answers back to me were yes and yes, meaning she is regularly meeting with the athletics and she still favors the Howard Terminal location. Now, for those of you who might be watching this vlog in Tokyo and perhaps you've never been to Oakland before, I suggest you visit. Howard Terminal is located right on the Oakland waterfront, right next to Jack London Square. The idea announced by this vlogger a year ago was that the athletics favored Howard Terminal because the mayor favored Howard Terminal, and at that time were planning to announce that was going to be their choice, or so I was told. But Oakland Athletics management went through, as you know now, a changeover. Lew Wolff out. To put it simply, he's not out, he's in the background now. And Jon Fisher, the principal owner, taking a more public-facing position and hiring Dave Kaval as the new president of the Oakland Athletics. Kaval has stadium development experience, and I might add that he has privately financed stadium development experience, and the Athletics have made it known they intend to pay for the construction of their own stadium. Right now, the A's have narrowed it down to not 4 sites as it was reported by another outlet or a couple of others, but now 3. Howard Terminal, the Laney College Ballfield, and the Oakland Coliseum. If you look at the story of the Athletics' search for a new home from the subject of land location and land preparation process, and then consider, well, site development costs, the site itself, transportation infrastructure, standard infrastructure, land preparation costs, which include infrastructure costs, environmental impact review, and then, of course, government approvals. On most of those categories, the Coliseum site scores out better than Howard Terminal or the Laney College Ballfield. Where the Laney College Ballfield, and in particular Howard Terminal, excel is in the area of aesthetics. And aesthetics, or if you like, sexiness, can really drive the costs for the other factors, or a number of the other factors I mentioned, to go down. Why? Because if you have a government entity that is really interested in helping redevelop an area, they will, for want of a more elegant way of presenting their intentions, make it easier to do a deal that would apply some public monies toward the investment in that land preparation to cause the dream of having a ballpark at Howard Terminal to become a reality. And that pretty much describes the course we're on right now. Now, is that to say that Howard Terminal is going to be the choice? I'll put it this way. I would be shocked, and I say that in italics, shocked, if Howard Terminal were not the eventual location. As much time and money and intention and desire has been put on Howard Terminal. With that, you would ask, what is the primary issue with Howard Terminal? Howard Terminal is, well, just that. It's a terminal that's part of the Port of Oakland. And because of that, it has unique toxic and environmental considerations that have to be mitigated. And that's a complicated way of basically saying that you got to go in and dredge and mulch and dig up what might be there that would cause alarm to an environmental review organization. And then you've got to consider how far down you can drill. Do you need caissons, for example, to put a gigantic baseball stadium there at a place where you have simply sitting there George Lucas style cranes on the terminal. Howard Terminal is used to handling containers from ships, but it's never been used as a base to build a large baseball stadium. That land preparation issue I'm presenting to you is not new. It was considered as far back as 2001 and noted in a study that was financed by then Oakland City Attorney John Russo, where it was found that Howard Terminal cost $150 million in land prep alone. That cost has went up. To what exactly, I don't know, but knowing that area as I do and considering my experience in that area, I would peg it at about $200 million. Now, the problem is that California redevelopment law was scuttled by now California Governor Jerry Brown in 2011. However, tax increment financing, which is a method of gathering property tax revenue for the application of improvements in a specific area deemed substandard, can still be used. Now, in the case of the A's Stadium, let's say it's one privately owned, which it will be, and let's ballpark it at $1 billion. $1 billion of value applied to tax increment financing at a 2% increase over a 30-year, 40-year period, let's say 40-year period, you're looking at over $300 million. Now, the neat catch is this, that no, within Proposition 13 parlance, property tax increase occurs at just a neat 2% within a heavily urban area. People come in and they buy buildings and homes all the time. That turnover causes that specific property to reach whatever the market value in that area happens to be. Bottom line, the land percentage increase over that period of time is actually greater than 2% per year. Okay. So, and the 2% is allowed by law. The government can artificially increase the value by 2% each year. That's in writing. Now, but I digress. The idea of Howard Terminal came from the construction of and the completion of and the success of AT&T Park, what we used to call Pac Bell Park, where the San Francisco Giants play. This Howard Terminal idea has always been Oakland's Me Too response. How can we do that? Well, that's how. Stay tuned. Oh, and please subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and buy the Zenny62 t-shirt. 10% of your purchase goes to my favorite charity, Code of Support. Code of Support helps members of our armed forces and veterans and their families. Code of Support. Give them your support. Buy a Zenny62 t-shirt, which has, I might add, Code of Support on the back of it.